Hi, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about your sabotage, your self-sabotage, your saboteurs, your beloved saboteurs. So you might have heard it before, and I wrote about it in my book, that the biggest opponent is inside of you. It's actually you. It's not outside. It's not the economy. It's not your mom. It's not your partner. It's not your client. It's not your supplier. It's no one outside of you. It's not someone who is trying to make your life miserable, and that's why everything is falling through the cracks, or you're overwhelmed because of inflation or something that someone else is doing. It's not that. It's really not. Everything is inside of you. Every block, every limitation, every fear, every doubt, every piece of worry, it's inside of you. It's your own system of thoughts, beliefs, convictions, and what you truly believe is becoming real. So I want to first of all have your awareness on it, that and maybe you do feel it, right? That it is true. Like what I'm saying is true. It is inside of you. It's what you think about things that make it real. You may think about someone, oh, that person doesn't like me, and you'll be grumpy towards that person, and eventually they will not like you. It's self-fulfilling prophecy. You've heard it everywhere. Also, brain has something called RAS, that basically when you give it something as a focus point, it will look for it everywhere, right? If you want to be in real estate, you may be having lunch and someone will be talking about something 2 tables down, and you will hear it. Your brain will catch it, right? And if you don't focus on it, if you never like condition yourself into it, if you never plant that seed, you will not hear it. So life is not what we experience. It's what we focus on. You may be in the most beautiful place. You may be in Bali, you may be in Zanzibar, you may be somewhere where everything is beautiful and fantastic, and you may even have your watermelon juice in your hand, and you may be feeling really miserable and depressed and worried and anxious, and you've been there probably. I've been there. Who's been there, right? So it is not the outside circumstances, but it is what you believe, what you think, and mostly what you think about yourself. That's called self-image. The truth will set you free. And also, if you think about yourself certain things, like, I'm not good at it, I don't think this is right, like, I'm not handsome, I'm not pretty, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of this, I don't deserve this, this is good for other people, not for me. Whatever you think and tell yourself, no matter how you show yourself outside, whatever you believe inside is always going to win, because that's what's guiding you, all your actions and all your moves and all your feelings. So the question to you, how does it land? What do you think is your biggest obstacle? What do you think is your biggest limitation? Is it that you procrastinate? Is it that you are overwhelmed? Are you waking up in the middle of the night and being really worried and thinking forward? Maybe your saboteur is there, your hypervigilant saboteur, or maybe you always rationalize everything and you don't allow the universe to deliver big things for you, because you always think like, oh, how much is gonna take time, and I don't have the time, so I'm not gonna go for this big project because I'm already overwhelmed, so you don't do it. And instead, if you were trusting the universe and that you desire something, that you may use leverage, you may find amazing people to help you with the project. But if you don't have that belief and your saboteur is telling you that it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. Or perhaps you have a perfectionist saboteur and you always have to look at everything, and you're like, so, you get so anxious about it. Like you always have to double check. I used to be there. Like I would see like 2 spaces in a presentation. And by the way, it's great to have a sense of quality and beauty, but it's killing you if you were to always think of, oh my God, is this straight? Oh my God, how is it looking? Oh my God, right? Like how is that presentation? Like it's going to create this vibration that's very negative, and it's really hurtful to your body because it's stress, it's cortisol. You might have this controlling saboteur. Controller is the saboteur that always looks over other people's shoulders. I also had this one, and still probably, it shows up at times. But basically, you might have a problem with delegating. You actually don't use the leverage of people because you always kind of pile on, right? Like you have someone that you give them something, but maybe not this part, because this one you want to control. So you always are in the way of everything, right? You become the bottleneck of every big project, and you have more pressure. So you don't want to do more big things because you're already kind of busy and tired and overwhelmed, right? You might have a people pleaser saboteur, and so many leaders out there have this saboteur and they don't even know it. They think that they're amazing because they can empathize with people, and they think they're such a good leader because they they want to be nice. But being nice is overrated. You need to be kind. You need to apply tough love sometimes. You need to be able to be this good parent to yourself and to other people. You need to be able to lead. You need to be able to be strong. And if someone sees you, the people pleaser in you, even subconsciously, guess what? They will abuse it. They will use it and they will abuse it. And I've seen it so many times that, and it's very normal, right? The givers attract whom? The takers. So the givers attract the takers. So the takers take from the givers, and then the givers, people pleasers, people who have that saboteur will start being resentful, and that's how the conflicts arise, and the whole thing is just unbearable. But so many leaders that I've been working with had the people-pleasing saboteur, and what do? They often start to avoid, right, that person. They don't know how to say no. They don't want to be not nice, right? They want to be nice, so they just don't do it. They don't make a decision. They avoid the problem. There is also an avoider saboteur that is basically perfectly in sync with this people-pleasing saboteur. So all I want to say is that there are saboteurs, and you have them too. We all have them, because we have our part of the brain that is very old, that is reptile brain, and this part is fear-based, flight, fight, or freeze. And saboteurs are those creatures in you, otherwise you can call them defensive mechanism, or inner critic, or inner demons, or gremlins. However you call them, they are there, right? They are in your head and they are telling you things, and most of those saboteurs act in a very unconscious way. So even as I speak to you right now, you may be like, oh yeah, I know of this saboteur, Paulina, and I know of this saboteur. But I bet you, if I had a conversation with you, I would uncover so much more of that saboteur acting, so many more blind spots that you have no clue, because our thoughts run at 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and 90% of these thoughts are unconscious for all of us. They cannot be conscious, because you would go crazy, but they are still having the impact. They are still being there, and they have an impact on your system, on your body, on your emotional system. So, maybe your spouse is talking to you, and inside you're just thinking, oh my God, please shut up already. And you don't even notice these thoughts, but you're thinking these thoughts, and they show on your face, and they're not, they are breaking up your relationship, because you're not even aware of the automatic thoughts that you may have, right? So that's one thing to really understand. You may read more about it in my book. I strongly recommend you get a copy of my book and really support me in the mission to impact 500,000 people with my book. I have this amazing mission that I committed to, and I really would love for you to read the book and be one of these people, and also spread the word. So many people write me already, and they say, and my husband is reading this, and I gave it to my employee, and my employee's wife is reading it, and it's like really spreading already so beautifully. So I'm so grateful. But again, I wrote the book for you. I spent 9 months writing it and 4 months editing it, so that it is a beautiful book. It's powerful. It has everything that I learned in few years, spending over now €250,000 on all this knowledge, and I give it to you in a small book, so you can read the book. It's in a very grounded way, in a very practical way, and I really want to have you succeed with this book. You'll have more awareness, more awakening with this book, and really go within and look within, so that you take charge of yourself, of your life, of your thoughts, of your emotions, and you can live a more fulfilling life. And at the same time, I would love for you to step up and lead, because the world needs us all to step up and really consciously lead. but first start with ourselves and then lead everyone else. And lastly, I want to announce this beautiful course that I've been called to announce. So I've been doing this already for so many years, the program called Positive Intelligence that the Saboteurs are coming from this program. I am in collaboration with Shirzad Shamin and the Positive Intelligence Inc. And I've been doing this program for my clients, and I price it at 10,000 euro. And usually I do it in an individual setting. So there are 7 calls with me where you have access to the app, you work with the app, you really get very, very, very aware of all the thoughts and your patterns, and you are sort of not only using NLP, but mindfulness and all the different techniques to change those patterns practically every day. You do it for 6 weeks. You also have once a week a video to watch. And most importantly, you have me to guide you through this process. And every week we meet on a call. And if you were to do it in an individual setting, you would pay 10,000 euro plus VAT for this experience. However, now I have this an amazing offer for you where there will be small groups of people. So you do it in a pod together with more people. And the price that I am giving right now is only 2,000 euro plus VAT. And that is for 7 calls with me. And like, just to give you an idea, a private call with me of 1 hour is 2,000 euros. So one call with me privately is 2,000 euro. And here in a very small group, you will have 7 of these calls, and you also have the app, and you have the weekly meetings, and you have the weekly videos, and you have the group of like-minded people that you can work through this together. You can invite your partner, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, anyone who you want, even your kids, to take part together. You may even do it with your company as, executive team. And really, it's an amazing opportunity because in a group of 6-7 people or so, you will have so much still attention from me. You will be able to ask the questions, and you will meet with me on a weekly basis, which is fantastic. And it's absolute life-changing. This program, I've done it myself in 2020. It changed my life. I then became certified, and I've been helping my clients for all these years, and they've been, so they gain so much awareness about their own limitations, and it's absolutely priceless. So come join us for this program. You will have the link in the attached to this video. So and if you cannot find it, you can always DM me, direct message me. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye.